This is what the idiot made today. And it only took me a total of about maybe 15 minutes between prep time and cooking, and they are delicious. And as my friend Mike says, he calls them triple heart attack scallops, but they're really scallops with garlic butter. And the reason I named them like that is because I put a lot of butter in there. And there's butter and garlic, but you can go easy on the butter if you want, but I'm a butter man. So here we go. I'm going to smash up some garlic. And I tried to practice one and I almost killed two people, but that's okay. There it goes again. I think I'm smashing them too hard. All right, here we go. All right, come on. I'm cooking with gloves today, folks, because I was advised from my last video that you shouldn't touch food barehanded, but I was eating it, nobody else so. And I bought some beautiful scallops. I don't understand. I'm from back east, New Hampshire, and scallops back there are $26 a pound, and you're right on the ocean. Out here, I'm in the middle of a desert, and I buy them for $10 a pound at Fry's. I see them guys do this on TV, and everything goes all over the place. Okay, I just got the garlic chopped up, and I put the butter in the pan. This here is the hardest part because you got to time it so the scallops come out, and you don't want this sitting and be all gucky. So I got to time that. It's like a minute and a half to go with the scallops. I put that on and cook it, and then the good part comes. Right now, I'm doing the scallops. I'm giving them, the recipe says to pat them all down. Well, I'm giving them a good patting. Now, you got to mix them in with oil. This is the one I don't understand. It's called Old Bay seasoning, and I don't know what bay they named it after, but it's Old Bay. So that's like me, old, so I can cook. I'm an Old Bay. I don't know how much to put, so I'm just going to shake a little. And then you put a little salt. What? You're never going to taste it, right? And then you put some pepper. All right. Okay. Mix them all up so they all get coated evenly. Evenly. This is evenly as far as I know. They're all getting the same toss. Okay. Ha, ha, ha. Now I gotta go open the oven. All right, I got my thing ready. I use aluminum foil, okay, because the scallops are very juicy. Now you just put them in here and you say goodnight to them because you're going to be eating them in a little while. It only takes 8 minutes. All right. Now they are ready. They look good. Do they look good? They look good. Now we're going to put them in here. Oh, no. Sorry. Got to preheat my oven. Put it at 400, and then it cooked for 8 minutes. So I'm going to put it for 10. And when it gets to 8, then I'll put them in. Now I put it on, and now we're getting ready to go. I got my butter and my garlic all ready. When the scallops get down, I got to take them out at 4 minutes and flip them over. Get them on each side. Then when it gets down to a minute and a half, I'll cook the butter. Then we'll throw them in the bowl, mix them all up, and we'll eat them. And they will be good. Believe me, they will. And I got lemon, in case you want lemon. And I got whatever. I don't know what else you put. But I'm from New England, and scallops is a main source of food back there.
What brought you out to Arizona from New England?
Well, that's a long story, Michael. I was very happy. We had our first granddaughter was born, and my son lived right down the street from us. And we had her every day, all the weekends. Then my son decided to move to Arizona. So my wife goes, well, I can get a transfer. She worked for Raytheon. She said, I can get a transfer out there to Tucson. So it's all right. So I said, how bad could it be? So they sent us out here for a week to find a place to live and stuff. Well, I played golf every day. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even look. I says, now it came time. We found the place in no trouble, but they put us up for 2 months at a beautiful place, apartment with a maid and everything. And my wife said, we better go find a house. I said, this is free, I'm staying. So then came time to find a job. At the time, she didn't know that if she told Raytheon I needed a job, they would have put me to work. So I went out with my business, 40 years experience, home improvement. First job I went to, the guy offered me $7 an hour. I said, 7? He says, well, I pay. No, he offered me 9. He says, I pay everybody else 7. I said, well, take that other $2 and split it up amongst the boys. I says, so I ended up getting a job as a handyman, maintenance, for a lady. I won't say her name, but she was the biggest, in Tucson. She killed her husband. Oh, I'm talking too much. Now I got to put him in. All right, here we go, folks. We are making some scallops. Now we're ready. And when it gets to 4, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to flip them. And then when it gets to 1.5, I'm going to get my butter going here. But anyway, I did that for a while. And then I ended up getting a job in Raytheon as a security guard, riding a bike all day, which was great. Because, man, I just loved it. It was fun. I got to see all my friends. I golfed with and everything. It was fun. But good things come to an end. If I had my way, I would have been back in New Hampshire. I love New Hampshire. She didn't want to go back when she got out here. That was it for her. It's not bad, except 110 degrees in the summer. You cook. You're out on the golf course. You got a hot dog. I had breakfast one morning on the sidewalk. Dropped a couple of eggs. Flip them over. It's all right. And I'm watching my Yankees, folks, at the same time as I'm doing this. And right now it ain't looking good, but it'll be okay.
It's 5-1.
I can't see the score from here.
Yeah.
See? You got good eyes. That voice you hear in the background, if you hear it, that's my riding partner, Mike, who, he waits for me once in a while. Sometimes, he takes off. He gets a little invigorated, but he's a great rider. His wife's a better rider. I don't want to, embarrass him, but she's a better rider. And she ain't here today to help me. She's out in business. She was in my last video, and she's a peach. And how are we doing? We got 7 minutes to go. So you got to talk for 7 minutes, 4 minutes, or whatever. I'm not good at talking.
So, how did you get into cycling?
Well, back east, I used to ride a lot, but there was no trails. And then when we come out here, everybody told me the desert, all the paths. So I bought a mountain bike. 2 weeks into my mountain biking, I fell, but I fell on a cactus. And that was the end of the mountain bike. I said, no more of that. I says, it took me 2 weeks to get all the thorns out. And I said, no. So that's when I went to road biking. And I've had a couple of good experiences. I got hit twice, once knocked across the road. But it's bad out here on the road. We got a really nice trail that goes all around Tucson if you got the energy to do it. I don't.
Do you see much wildlife and animals on your bike ride?
They're not wild. They're just animals. That's all. We see them all the time.
Are you talking about the cyclists or the actual
Both,
animals?
both. We see some crazy cyclists out there. I'm not knocking everybody, but there's some dummies out there. They want to hog the whole road. We had one this morning that he wanted to be on his side, and Mike was going to give him a shoulder, but nah, he decided not to. Would have been a nice check like in hockey. Bam! Send them flying. But we go out early. Nope, not crowded. Nice. And how are they doing? 5 minutes. 1 more minute, and we're going to flip them around. I don't know how to do that. You just turn them right. That's it. And then when it gets down to 1.5 minutes, I got to put this on. This is the oil. The garlic and the butter. This is the good part of the whole meal right here. See all that delicious looking butter? That's going to go right in this fat. Now, look at me now. Do you think I look like a guy who goes to the gym every day? Huh? Not really. My problem is I bought this air fryer and I cook all day long, every day. My daughter-in-law came down from Phoenix to visit with me, and I made her eat and eat. Anybody can cook with one of these. That's why I'm called the idiot. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, football time. Don't do that. Don't touch the pan without a towel. That was smart. You see why I'm called the idiot? Now, see all that juice in there? Don't that look good? I think I better use a fork. Let me get a fork. I think I burnt my finger. If the glove melts on my finger, what happens? Do I have to go to the emergency room? I don't think so, right? Look at these delicious looking scallops. Oh my God, are these good? And by the way, folks, I've got one of the best cameramen in Arizona doing this. Matt is a genius at what he does. Believe me. If he can make me look good in a thing, anybody, it's hard to do. Look at these luscious looking. Oh man, turn over. It won't flip. All right. I'm not going to wrestle with you guys. You're either going to flip or you're not. That's it. That's it. Look at all the juice in there. That's why I use foil, because there's no cleanup with foil. You just take them out, then roll up the foil and throw it away. If I didn't use foil, the whole bottom of the mic thing. All right, now they're ready to go back for the final countdown. And this is where I got to watch the time so I can make that butter and garlic come out at the same time as my scallops, because that's the whole purpose. Have it nice and hot and ready. I got a bowl already. We just throw them in there and we're going to mix them all up. All right, I got to get down to, if I put it on, what's a low number, like 5? Will that cook fast? Because I'll wait to 2 minutes. I don't want the butter to get too, I need a stir. I think I have to stir it, don't I? How about one of these? That'll be good for stirring. Da-da, da-da. I'll tell you one thing about these air fryers. There ain't nothing you can't cook. I've been cooking everything in there. I've been experimenting with a blooming onion. I've tried 2. Not bad, getting better. I just starting to tinker a little, work on it. And they are delicious. I made some donuts the other day. My daughter-in-law didn't want to say it, but I saw her go to the garbage can. Blech. They were all right. They didn't rise like they were supposed to. I think I forgot something. They were kind of flat.
I heard you made some good zucchini though.
Oh my God, was that good? Okay, now we're going to start the butter going and the garlic. This should melt. It should be just right. This should be just right. Uh-huh. Triple heart attack right here, folks. A lot of butter. And that's what's good about it. That's what's good about it. Think I should put that higher? No, that's good, right? Yeah. I don't know. If I knew. I've had people watch my last video, and they can't believe it. They said he's really cooking. A guy who never could boil water. Look at this. Does this look good or what? Look at all that nice garlic in there. Baby. What's the minute? 1 minute. We're getting down. This is going to be perfect, I think. It's going to come right down to the end. Oh, don't start bubbling. That's not good if it bubbles. I don't think. No. The good thing about having my daughter-in-law down this week is I can experiment. She eats anything. And she hasn't gone for the Pepto-Bismol yet. Okay, then we're done. The garlic butter is just finishing up perfect here. And then we're going to take it out. We'll let it sit for a minute. Take these out. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Now we're going to put these in here. Look at these luscious looking scallops. Oh my God. Just like I'm back east. Mm-hmm. 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 All right. Now we're going to take the garlic butter and we're just going to pour it all over these luscious looking things. Like that. Then we're going to take a spoon and we're going to mix them like this. Oh, look at that. Just sopping up that butter. You believe it? I hope you don't have a cholesterol problem when you make this, because boy, oh boy, you don't have to use as much butter as me. I'm going to get a couple of little sauces here. Get a couple of these. So, okay. I'm going to have my people try these. There you are, Michael. Beverly, you want to try them?
Sure.
Act enthused. Don't say sure. You want a couple, Matt? No? No?
Dickies are awesome. Fantastic.
Are they good, Mike?
They are very good.
That's the word from an authority on food.
Oh, they just melt in your mouth.
Don't overdo it now.
They're so tender.
Don't overdo it.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know you. You're trying to butter me up with all that butter.